Hi guys, this is Rusty 78609 at AGUIRRE Springs Bureau of Land Management Park near Las Cruces, New Mexico, off Highway 70, and I just left campsite number 55. That's the last one in the park. Okay, there's a loop that goes through by all the sites, and what we're going to do, this is the road that goes out. It's a one-lane, one-way out. Okay, and there's just a big loop that comes through by all the campsites. So what we're going to do, for all the people that may want to come here and visit, I'm going to show you the loop. We're going to go down here, and then we're going to turn back to the left and go around the loop, and that'll be a drive for today. Okay, but it is a beautiful day. We're going to go into the sunrise here for just a few seconds, and then we'll turn back to the left and we'll be out of it. Okay, but anyway, it's a windy little road, so you can't be in a hurry. And if you have a RV over 23 feet long, good luck. For two reasons. One, it's a windy road. You're going to have to go really slow, and I don't know how you're going to get around some of the turns. That's one. Two is good luck with finding a campsite. Because if you got a long rig, they don't have many, I don't know of any for long rigs. Okay? So if you got a 35-foot fifth wheel, good luck. Good luck with that. But it's a pretty steep grade going down this hill here. I'm going to say this is probably 6% grade. Temperature right now is 59 degrees, dry. Time is 9:23 a.m. New Mexico time, which is Mountain Standard Time. No wind, nothing like Carlsbad where the wind would blow your trailer over. The forecast for the winds for the next 10 days is no higher than 10 miles an hour. That is very nice. I can do with that. It's a fairly smooth road, even though the camera may shake a little bit because there's a few little bumps, not many. But yeah, straight ahead is, let's see, that is White Sands. Over to the right, there's a little community, I think, called White Sands, and then further down is actually White Sands National Park, or National Monument, I'm not sure which. We've been there a couple of times. I may go there again on this trip. Hard to say. Yeah, I've got plenty of time, that's for sure, since I plan on being here several days. But we're going down, 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 and then we'll turn around, we'll go up, up, up. Another thing you need to note on the way in, once you pass the host place, there's no place to pull over. I mean, if you need to pull over and do something, well, good luck. Well, there's no traffic, so you can park in the road for a few minutes, probably. Yeah, this is, there's a ranch here. There's ranch property that joins the BLM, and you have to kind of watch the signs because you go in and out of the BLM land. But I think we're back on BLM land now, and then off to the right is the ranch. Now, could you camp right here? No. No, they wouldn't allow that, because since they have an improved campsite a short distance away, they're not going to let you do that. Now, coming out, this is a little pull over here that you could pull over in your car, but with an RV, it'd still be in the road, probably. But it's very nice, I'm telling you. The climate's good. I slept good. My RV's perfectly level, which is nice. Batteries are maintaining 90% or above very easily. In fact, the lead-acid battery for the RV, I didn't even charge at all yesterday, and it's still in the 90% level this morning. But I will charge them both this afternoon. And because the AGM battery is at 90% now, and by this afternoon, it'll probably be down a little bit because it runs the Dometic CF18 12-volt refrigerator 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. I also use it to charge my smartphone. I don't use it to charge my laptop. I charge my laptop in my truck using my ZAMP pure sine wave 300-watt inverter. I could charge it inside the RV, but it's just so much easier to do it in the truck. Well, not easier, but it saves power, not charging it on the battery. Okay, now right here, it turns into a 2-lane road, and right in front of me, there's those little spikes, that point in one direction. So if you tried to come in here going this way, the wrong way, you're going to blow out all 4 tires. But anyway, now we'll turn left here, and this is the entrance to, this is when you come in, this is the road in, it's 1 lane, it just makes a big loop, and it says fee area ahead at AGUIRRE Springs Campground. All vehicles require a permit or pass. If you're a senior citizen, you get 50% off if you have the senior pass, because they ask you for that number on the little envelope you got to fill out. And that's why I always bring a lot of 1s and 5s, so that way I don't have to write checks. I can just put, and I also bring quarters, because like this one's $3.50. And if you don't have the correct change, you don't round it down, you round it up. So you'd have to put in 4 ones. You think I'm going to let them get to me for 50 cents? Come on. But yeah, this is a windy little road. It'll take about 4 minutes from where we are right now to get to the campground, even though you can only go 20, 25 miles an hour at most. But it's a scenic area, it is. And again, the climate right now is just perfect for camping for me. The temperatures in the daytime for the next 10 days look like somewhere between 75 and 82 for the highs, and the lows are going to be somewhere between 40 and 54. So, can I deal with that? Yes, because when I left Las Cruces yesterday morning, it was 34. I don't like 34. No. That's a little cold on old Dad. Even though I could turn the furnace on, and I did for a few minutes, but I just don't like it. I just don't like it when it's that cold, because you can't get up early and do your stuff and then go walking. I have to wait till it warms up. But here I can get up and do my routine right on my own personal schedule. See this turn right here? If you had a big long one, you'd be in trouble. A long RV, a 5th wheel motorhome, couldn't do it. And same way on this next turn. And they do the same thing at Chisos Basin and Big Bend National Park. Though it's a bit steep climb up to the park, and if you have a really long RV, it's difficult, or a motorhome. But the Oregon Mountains, I think they're pretty. You can see how they got their name, kinda. That supposedly looks like an organ, you know what I mean? Like a musical organ. But you got a lot of desert plants, and there's, as you see, there's no cars. I mean, this is not a busy place at all. And the reason is it's for smaller RVs, tent camping, and there are no hookups of any kind. They don't have any water in the campground at all, period. They do have some of those old toilets, the old outdoor toilet things. And they're okay. I don't know how they keep them pretty much odor free, but they do. I don't use them. I don't have to. But they got trash cans everywhere, which is very good. They got bear-proof trash cans, and for tent campers and people in casitas and stuff like me, 16 feet long. Yeah, this is great. The site that I picked, there are some easier sites to get into, but I was determined to have a view, and I worked and got it. Would I do it again? No. Why? Because it's too damn much trouble. I don't want to fool with that. Now, I don't want to damage a piece of equipment just because I'm a pig and want a fancy view. I mean, the other campsites were just as good. You might have had to walk 4 steps to have the same view. But anyway, and I love all these big boulders. This reminds me of the Big Bend area quite a bit, because it's a very similar plant life and the big boulders and rocks and stuff. Dry as Texas toast, of course. But it's pretty. I like it, man. I'm telling you, they got a little pull out right. Well, kind of. Actually, I guess that's a pipeline. No, that's a trail. A bicycle trail. Okay. How about dim apples? I guess it was. I don't know. It didn't have a sign. They do have a lot of hiking in here. A lot of people hike up in the Oregon mountains, but they have signs, be sure and know your ability, because, they've had people killed out here, but that's people that, it's people my age that still think they're 20, and they get them a couple of walking sticks and some hiking shoes and think, well, by God, I can do it. Here I go. I'm Spider-Man all over again. And the spider falls off the wall, and they send the body to the morgue. But that's individual choice, not for me to decide. I mean, I might warn them. I might say, you might want to reconsider or something like that. But I wouldn't try to stop them. I mean, individual choice. There's a guy near where I'm camped right now that's camping in a car, a Honda something. And it reminds me of me camping in my Prius. Only he's been at it for a long time. He lives in his car. And so he's got him a little solar oven out, and he's got his clothes hung up and all that stuff. Yeah, he's into it. And he's doing it on the cheap, too. He's got him a car that's a reconditioned car. It was a car that was totaled, and he bought it reconditioned from a body shop. People do that, and I guess they come out okay. But what does that have to do with dry camping here in the Aguirre Mountains? Nothing. I'm just passing time. But I'm not going to be going anywhere else today because I had that long drive yesterday, and I'm just going to chill out. And then tomorrow I may go over to White City. I need to get gas. Well, not really. I got nearly a half a tank, so we're good there. Believe it or not, I only used a little over half a tank. I got about 14 miles to gallon towing over here. We'll be at the campground in about, I'm thinking 2 or 3 minutes. I hope. I didn't think this video was going to be that long. Maybe I should have started it later. But anyway, you're going to get to see the whole drive in, and then I'll make the loop and go all the way back to my campsite. I don't care how long it takes, because the average viewer length, or the time of views, is about 4 to 5 minutes on my video. So I know I'm losing 90% of my audience after 7 minutes. It's kind of like newspapers. Years ago, they used to have really long stories that gave you a lot of information. And in the 70s and early 80s, they started cutting back because nobody read it anyway. They found out, they did surveys and found that most people just read the headline and maybe the first paragraph. So that's why newspapers today have more stories, but they're just short paragraphs that basically tell you nothing. And again, what does that have to do with camping in the Oregon mountains at AGUIRRE Springs? Nothing. Not a single thing. Just a swangin'. Remember that Carney song? Somebody mentioned it of you. Entering fee area. Pass permit required, no exceptions. You mean they're not even going to let Rusty 78609 camp here for free? God darn, ain't got no manners. Well, we're coming into the campground. Finally, okay? This is the entrance, and it says no hunting. And there's a guy that's been out hiking off to the right. You won't see him, but he was just there paying his fee. That's a campsite there that we just passed. Not a good one, because all you have is traffic coming by you all day long. Well, not a lot. Again, there's not much traffic here. But we're coming directly into the campground. Elevation, I believe, is around 52 or 5,400 feet. I'll look and see. I think there's a sign. Here's a cattle guard. A cattle guard is not a guy standing there with an M16. It's a row of pipes. Here comes a boy running for his life. He's scared to death. He got his deal. Does it say on there? It doesn't say the elevation, but this is the way you go. This is the big campground here. Okay. And this part here is sometimes can be pretty busy because most people don't bother to go out the exit looking for the last few spots like I did, since I've been here many times before. Yeah, there'll be a few campers in here. There's a 16-foot J-Flight SLX. And there is a Bon Air, whatever that is. How you doing? Well, don't wave then. And there is a Navion motorhome. See where they're from. Looks like out of Mars. No, that's a rental. That's a rental. Got a few of those out here. That's from Ontario. That's North Texas. LOL. I'll get some feet. Now here's a guy that got a big old RV in here. And I have to tell you, that spot he's in, he worked real hard to get in there because that is not a level spot. Look at all the blocks under his RV. I bet it took him an hour to get that set up. Look at that, man. But anyway, that is a Bullet, ultralight, my hind end. There's a little Casita on the left. Let's see where these are from. There's one, that guy's from Virginia, and the Casita, and the guy with the big old RV, it doesn't say. He doesn't have a front plate. There's one of the toilets right there. Amazingly how they keep them stink free. There are some good campsites in here. The only downside is when you get in this area, you can get some noise because people bring their families out here, and kids are not quiet. They are not. But these people are already packing up to go. There's a guy got a generator. That's what that gas can's for. And he's got a tent. And he's from all the way from New Mexico. And they had a campfire, so you got to do all that when you got your kids. Here's a guy reading a map and wondering how he got here. He's in a pickup with a slide-in camper. How you doing there, bud? He just looked at me. Where's he from? Can't tell. I guess some people don't know how to wave, or maybe there's a whole group here. Now, you know that was a quiet group. That's a group of kids about in their 20s. 3 of them look like they might be retarded. I'm not sure. Here, and when they're from Colorado, yep. That explains that. Whatever that means. No, I like people from Colorado. Some of them are real friendly. Some just like everywhere else, most of them. There's a lady there. I waved to her, and she just looked at me. How you doing? She's still looking, but she ain't waving. I'm telling you guys, open up, world. Okay, that's the main campground right there. We just went through all of those sites. Now we'll head back towards my site, which a lot of people don't even know exists. I didn't know it for a while until the first time I came here, I camped in that area. The second time I came here in my Prius, I camped right up here on the left by this parking lot for the people that go hiking. And the reason I did was it was a perfect spot for a view. And I didn't know it was here. I was on the way to check some of the ones on the way out, and I saw this, and I'd been driving for a while, and I said, well, why not? The name of the trail, it's called Pine Tree National Recreation Trail. It is a 4-mile loop. That's one of the easier ones, I think. They got another trail, too. But this is the one I camped out on the left. You can't see it, but it's got a beautiful view. Only downside, a few cars. Is that bad? No. Didn't bother me 5 cents. And this is on the way out. And most people, whenever they get to this point, unless they have a map of the campground, they think they have missed it. And so they'll turn around or try to back up. In fact, that car that was following me did back up, which is fine. Now, see, when I came through here yesterday, what I did was, I realized I couldn't camp there. That's tent camping only, or you'd have to have a 1-foot RV. And I took this turn to the left because there's a little loop here. It says AGUIRRE Springs Campground, and it's just a loop, short loop, but it's mostly, I think there's only one place or two places in there you could get an RV. You couldn't get an RV on that one on the right. Now the one on the left, this one right here, you definitely could, because see, I could pull right in here like this, pull over here to the left, and by the time I got right in here, the 16-foot RV would be off the road and okay, and we'd park right here. This is number 35, so that's a good one. But you know, you never know if it's going to be taken or not, because they don't reserve anything. You can't. So 35 is a good one for a small RV. Not a long RV, a small RV. 16 feet will work. There's another one right here, and I'll pull in and out of it and show you. The one on the left you couldn't do. Number 36, you couldn't do it. This one right here you possibly could. Number 37, it's a little short, but I'm going to check it out right now so I'll know. Okay, I pull in here, the trailer's just getting on here, and then I've got to take a hard left. I give that one 50-50, maybe. Maybe. You might get in that one. And you got group sites off to the right, and they've got a group down there and a big, he's got a rental fifth wheel with 3 pop-outs, and I think it probably got 8 people or 10 people in there, it's kids. It's some kind of outing. Guy right on the left, if you can see that solar, there's a guy in a car there, or was a car there, and well, he's still there. But anyway, and then this is where I'm camped right here. And what I like to do is back in so that I can get out. And I got to tell you, it's not easy to even back the truck in here, more or less get that RV. And you got to, I tell you, I got that RV in there, folks. You hear me? I really did. And I mean, well, that's why I'm telling you, I wouldn't do it again. I mean, you can see that it was not an easy deal, okay? In fact, right now I'm asking myself how in the hell I did it. Yeah, I just want to be just off the road. That's all I want to be. Yeah, okay. All right, guys, so that's the loop at AGUIRRE Springs. You have seen it all. This is Rusty78609 now, saying thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything your little heart desires. Oh, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye. Buy anything you want. But if you think about it, use the link to Amazon products in the description of my video. Why? Because I get a small commission, and it doesn't cost you a single dime. And so what else? Drink plenty of water, 3 or 4 quarts a day out here at least. Yeah, because that'll help you avoid gout, kidney stones, and it'll help you lose weight because you'll be full of water. What else? Take deep breaths. Breathe in deeply and hold it for a few seconds, and then breathe out slowly. Why? Because that's good for you. That's why. It relieves stress, and relieving stress does what? Lowers your blood pressure. Is that good for you? Sure it is. And then what else? Stretch, walk, keep your body in motion. I've done my stretches, done my walking, eat right. And, all I can say is keep your health and you'll want to do things. And, but don't overdo. Don't exceed your ability. You know what I mean? And that's why I tell people a lot, and I say it a lot, like what I'm doing right now has the appearance of being something that is extremely fun, and it is in a lot of ways for me. I really enjoy it. But like getting my camper backed in here was a nightmare. But I did it. Will I do it again? No. And, camping in Carlsbad out there boondocking when the wind's blowing so hard you're wondering if your RV is going to get blown over. Is that fun? Well, those moments are not really the most fun in the world, I have to tell you. And if you're not able to deal with that mentally, then you better stay at home. And also, if you can't handle coyotes coming right around your RV in the dead of night and just keep going around barking with that silly, crazy noise they make, then you might want to stay at home. But, the weather is always a factor. But, right now we're just finishing up March. So, of course, the weather's nice right now. But, you get out here in June, July, and August, and I promise you, this place right here, you'll cook. Because I've been here, and I was here in the pickup camper top, and it would get up to 85 inside the camper top, and at 85, that's when I lose my comfort. Between 80 and 85, I'm okay if the humidity's low, But you get above 85, I don't care what the humidity is. But anyway, having said that, guys, enjoy your day and drink plenty of water. Adios, guys. Bye-bye.